Hello, my name is MaggieGenardi, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky. I have two sisters and two nephews. Obviously, my parents are also in the picture below. My youngest nephew is not, but I just love him just as much. And I graduated from WKU in 2015. Some of my interests are that I enjoy being outside with friends, traveling to new places, and reading. I actually did part of my student teaching in Italy, which is what is pictured below. And one of my favorite books of all time is Harry Potter. And I actually just got back from vacation in Florida, and we got to visit Harry Potter World, and it was probably one of the best places I've ever been to. It was just really magical to see something that I've read in a book come to life. My education, I went to my undergrad in WKU, as I previously mentioned. From the time that I was in high school, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I always volunteered at the elementary school right next to my high school, tutoring kids, and I just always knew that that was something I wanted to do. So when I went into undergrad, I knew immediately. I was able to start teaching courses immediately, and every experience I had just kind of solidified that initial thought. So when I started my teaching career, I went into the Bellarmine Literacy Project my second year because most of the primary teachers at my school were doing the same thing. And so I really found a love for literacy specifically through this. I was able to really change some of the things I was doing in my literacy instruction to make it better, and that is why I decided to go to Bellarmine to pursue a literacy specialist degree for my master's program. So I've been teaching for 3 years. For the first 3 years, I taught first grade at Crumbs Lane Elementary. My second year, I did a K-1 split. But I really loved primary, and I really got to develop a passion for primary. But actually next year, I'm going to be starting a new journey in 5th grade with math and social studies. So this kind of threw my goal for the future to a loop, but I'm kind of excited to see where this takes me. My degree is going to be in literacy specialist. So I won't really be able to use that as intended next year, but I'm excited to see how I can integrate that into the social studies aspect of 5th grade, and I'm excited to see what happens next year at Slaughter. And then some of my teaching beliefs are that learning never stops for students and for me, for all teachers, for everybody. You're always constantly learning things, and I'm always showing my students that, I'm learning too. If they ever ask me a question, I'm very open and honest about if I don't know it, and we figure out the answer together. All students learn in different ways and at a different pace, and I really feel like the Bellarmine Literacy Project really helped me figure out what to do when you have students at such different levels. I'm really able to pinpoint what's specifically different about my students and how I can approach it at different ways. And then also, positive relationships are key to learning. Teaching at Crumbs Lane, it's kind of it's a low-income school, and it's got a very diverse population, and just by looks, I don't really look the same as my students. So a lot of people would think that I can't connect with my students, but I thought it was really important from the get-go to show my students that I cared about them and that I was going to be there for them no matter what. And I really feel like that relationship helped them become the students that they were at the end of the year. And I really just believe that relationships are the key to learning. Thank you for listening, and I hope to get to know some of you all as well.